Scattered across Paris are buildings unlike almost anywhere else in the world. In 1838, a man named Levi Boughton brought this craft to the village. The technique itself wasn't new. Cobblestone construction dates back thousands of years, even to Roman Britain. But Boughton developed a distinctive style, one that set these buildings apart. Today, just 12 houses and 2 churches remain, and those who live in them often see themselves not as owners, but as caretakers of something much older. These buildings still stand as a lasting mark of craftsmanship and time. In 1852, Levi built this house and he and his family lived there for over 30 years. It's believed his son, Levi Jr., helped in its construction. A cobblestone kitchen wing extends from the original house, while the front porch was added later. The design is simple and balanced, with a low-pitched roof and carefully placed stonework. Boughton lived here until his death in 1895. William Hamilton, an entrepreneur, arrived in Paris in 1831 and established mills and owned large tracts of land. He even operated a distillery where the mash was fed to the pigs that eventually went to his pork packing facility. In 1839, he commissioned a stately Greek revival home designed by American architect Andrew Minnie. The house was built under the direction of Levi Boughton and was completed in 1844, overlooking the Grand River Valley. A wing was added soon after, blending seamlessly with the original structure. Hamilton's daughter Elizabeth later inherited the home, renaming it Hamilton Place in 1900. It remained not just a residence, but a place of work and creativity for the family until her death in 1950. By 1855, Dr. Samuel Soden and his family were living here. The house is unusual. Its corners are rounded rather than squared, with no coins. The front door sits within the curve, once leading into Dr. Soden's dispensary. At the time, he offered medicines, books, and stationery, serving the growing community around him. The house later passed to the Hall family, whose son John M. Hall established the well-known linen business, which is still operating on Grand River Ave to this day. Charles O'Neill emigrated from Ireland and built this home in 1861 when he married his wife Margaret. They went on to become pillars of the new community. The home is a fine example of the Regency cottage style of architecture, with cobblestones on all 4 walls. Matthew and Mary Deans arrived from Paisley, Scotland in 1835, first settling here in a log cabin. In 1862, this Regency-style cottage was built with cobblestones along the front and sides and cut stone at the rear. More than 14,000 stones were gathered and set by hand to form its walls. A kitchen wing was later added, and the farm continued to grow. Nearly 2 centuries later, the property still carried the Dean's name, though when I visited in April, it was up for sale. St. James Church stands in the Upper Village, the oldest part of Paris. It was Levi Boughton's first commission after arriving here. The land was donated by Hiram Capron, the founder of Paris, and the funds came from St. James Anglican Church in Edinburgh, Scotland. Boughton designed the nave in a classical revival style, while Gothic elements appear in the windows and doors. Stones were gathered from the west bank of Willow Street, used as they were found, without sorting for size or colour. Progress was slow. Only a few stones could be laid each day as the mortar set. The result is a structure both solid and enduring, its walls thick and built to last. Additions came after, including the parish hall and a new front section completed in 1989. Built in 1845 by volunteer labour, Plains Road Church once stood at the heart of the community. By the 1940s, it had fallen into disuse, but was restored once again by local hands. Its worn stone steps hint at generations who gathered here. In the churchyard, a small row of headstones tell a quieter story. 4 children from the same family, lost in the 1880s. James Bilton Barker arrived from Lincolnshire, England in the 1820s, becoming one of the earliest settlers in Paris. He and his wife Elizabeth raised 9 children here after first establishing a blacksmith shop and a log cabin. In 1841, Barker began building this home on land they purchased at the end of what is now Barker Street. Cobblestones were gathered from along the Grand River and may have been set by Barker himself. The single-story Regency design features cobblestones on all 4 sides, an unusual and costly choice for the time. Built into a steep hillside, the home includes a lower-level walkout, originally housing the kitchen, pantry and dining space with bedrooms above. Over time, the property changed hands and eventually fell into disrepair. Today, it has been carefully restored, once again standing as one of the area's most notable homes.